quickly moving around the studio again. So I got fed up with the open shelving, which you can see just out there on the landing. It was just untidy, I just couldn't deal with it anymore. So I'm going to bring in, I've got a display sort of cabinet in the dining area, which I only put stuff in it that I don't really use. So I thought I'd clear that out and use that rather than buy something, a new unit, which I can't really afford at the moment. And it's like, you've probably seen it in my vlogs anyway, but it's basically a white IKEA unit. It's got doors on it, it's got glass at the top, and then it's covered in at the bottom. So I can put all the unsightly stuff at the bottom, and then probably all the stock will go at the top. So this is the current situation. The bike's back in here again as well. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So we've got the new unit in, and I've filled it up, and luckily enough everything fits in there, and I can get my Cricut machine in there, which is handy. So that unit has gone from there. So I've just got to move the little desk up slightly, just up to probably about here, just to give a little bit more room this end, and then it's done. So it looks nice and clear. I've put this unit here with the printer on it and just put the doll's house on the top for now. It needs something underneath just to make it level. And then, so this is how it looks now. Obviously the bike won't be here, this stool won't be here, and this I'll move up here. So it'll be nice and clear on the floor. And then I've just got my work area this side, and obviously this will be moved up a little bit, so it'll be all in one little area. So that's good. So I'll show you inside. So at the bottom we've got all my files. So in here we've got my business books, my surface pattern files, all divided into florals, animals, etc. I've got my degree work in here, a couple of art books. Here I've got all my watercolour stuff, art supplies, and here is all my acrylics and oils, and then my pencil case and sketchbooks. And then here we have stock. So we've got cards, gift tags, bookmarks, badges, books, art prints here. Then we have my Cricut machine here with the lead, and we have some A4 packaging envelopes and A4 prints. And then we have all of my packaging here. So we've got the A4 boxes, the A5 boxes, and then all my props that I use for photography. And at the top we have got my wholesale stock. Now it's not great at the moment, but I've had to put these strings up just to keep it in. But when the doors close it does keep it in, it's just when you open them these strings stop it from falling out. But I need to get some sort of, either like a little barrier on the front here, make something maybe out of cardboard just up to sort of here, just to keep it all in. I couldn't fit the Frosty Fox on here because it was a longer length, whereas luckily enough the normal standard length that I usually go for, you can fit 1, 2 in each side, so that's quite handy. So it would go like that, and I can fit more in if I need to, which is handy. So it looks all nice and neat and tidy. Isn't particularly aesthetically pleasing, but it is functional. And then underneath we have all of my art books, which I keep under here. Obviously I was going to put them on the bottom shelf, but luckily enough most of them fitted under here, so that was quite handy. So yeah, so it's looking all nice and tidy and all put away. And once I tidy the desk, there's just a couple of things I need to file away, it will be looking so much better. Got Angel here sitting next to me. I think it's been about 8 weeks since I think it was the end of October was the last time I did a vlog. The few clips that you've seen before this were from just after doing the last vlog, so I think I filmed them early November. So it's actually Boxing Day today. I've got people coming later for dinner, so they're all coming about 2. So I'm going to edit this vlog and then put this up sometime this week. So I'm just going to catch you up with everything that's happened basically. So it was nice having some time just to think about things and stuff for the business. So my plan was that next year with my Etsy shop I was going to close it at some points and then open it when I launched a new collection or had some more stock or that sort of thing. So the plan was, I think it was close it in January, open it in March and April, close it in May, open it in June, and then close it from July to September, and then have it open from September to January for Christmas, for the busy point. This Christmas wasn't as busy as last Christmas order-wise, but I think that was to be expected with the whole energy crisis, petrol. Obviously that was a while ago, but again it was this year, and obviously the cost of living crisis. So I kind of expected that to happen anyway, and it did, so you know that was fine. Yes, so today I'm launching a big 70% off clearance, which I've never done before with my Etsy shop. So yeah, so I'm running a big clearance just to get rid of some of the older stock. It still sells, but it just sells quite slowly, and it would be nice to sort of get rid of those collections ready for new collections. And I do want to invest more in my bestsellers, so get more stock of my bestsellers, because that's what seems to sell the best. But I have had a bit of a so a thing that's going to happen personally will affect quite a lot. So I may be shutting my Etsy shop and my wholesale for maybe 6 to 8 months, which in some ways is obviously not good, but in other ways I'm looking at it as a positive. So I think with my business, obviously it's been just over 2 years? Yeah, just over 2 years since I launched my business. And obviously I've learned a lot. A lot of stuff hasn't worked, a lot of stuff has worked. I've learned obviously a lot of stuff, as I just said. And I think maybe shutting it for, obviously not my whole business, just the Etsy shop and wholesale, just the sort of like retail side of it, shutting it for probably 8 months to be realistic, and then opening it next sort of September, October time, ready for the Christmas, with like lots of new collections and new stock and stuff, I think might be a good thing. I know a lot of illustrators, friends and that have started a business, it hasn't quite worked, or it hasn't got to where they want it to be, they've gone back to work for a little while, and then the next time they do it, it does actually work, or it works better, or they've changed it slightly, or they've gone in a different direction and it's worked a lot better. So that's one thing that's on my mind. The other thing is obviously the tutoring is actually going ahead, and also the degree, I started back on my degree, so that was good. So those things have sorted themselves out. So the tutoring starts after the February half term, so that's okay. So I'm starting with basic illustration for a term, and then I'm going on to floral watercolours for a term, so that will take me up to Windsor. So that's good. So come January, come next week, I've got a lot of background work to do for that, so I'm concentrating on that, the tutoring, my degree, and also my surface pattern design, so that part of my business. I've been making a lot of new patterns because I'm going to be showing at Certex in New York. Only 24 patterns, but I'm going to focus on the animals and children's patterns for that. So I've got 13 patterns that I've got ready at the moment. So I've got quite a few left to do. So I'm going to concentrate on that as well in the new year. And then maybe early summer is when this thing is going to happen, or over the summer, and then hopefully we can restart again with the Etsy shop and the wholesale and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I think that's all what I've got to catch you up on. Obviously I wasn't well for a little while. I think I had 2 weeks at one point where I don't really know what was wrong with me. I was just really tired all of the time. And then I had like a virus which affected my eyes, which turned into some weird thing on my eye. Yeah, but that's going now, it's nearly gone. So that's okay. I'm still at the greeting card company. I've been doing loads of overtime, especially last week. And in 2 weeks' time, we go into Valentine's Day, so we're going to be busy with that. And then straight after Valentine's Day, we take that off and we go into Mother's Day. So that's going to be quite busy as well. So yeah, so I've got plenty to do whilst I'm not doing the Etsy shop and the wholesale. So yeah, so I'm hoping that the sale goes well today. So if you want to take a look, obviously it's my Etsy shop, which is Dandelion Wish. So I'll put a link in the description below and you can take a look at that. So it's all 70% off apart from my bestsellers. So all the bookmarks, badges, art prints, the older collections like Hydrangea and Bee, Autumn Dreaming, Rainbow. Some of the Christmas cards are in it. Nan's Garden gift tags are in it. There's I think one sheet of orchid paper and some orchid tags are in it. Yeah, just the older stuff. Yeah, so have a look at that, see what you think. The other thing is, I probably won't be doing any more vlogs. I may do the odd one now and again, but I doubt it. But I think this is one thing that I'm going to stop for like the 8 months and then restart again. Just because I don't think there's going to be a lot to film. So I'm just going to be working obviously at the greeting card company still, doing my degree, which I don't talk about anything. The tutoring I can't talk about either. So it would only be the Certex, which is just, I'm not going to show anybody the patterns that I'm going to be showing there until it's in May. It's I think the 8th and 9th of May. So maybe I'll do a vlog after that and show you the patterns that I showed and maybe how it went and that sort of thing. But it may be, I may wait until the autumn to do that anyway, because although I'm showing in at Certex, obviously I'm not going personally. I've got like an art director that's doing it for me. There's going to be an online showing as well for 45 days, so obviously I'll wait until that finishes as well. So yeah, but that's quite exciting because that's one of the biggest shows there is. There's one in England, but they weren't doing that. So yeah, so with the with Certex, I've decided to go. You could have gone for 2 different ones. One was for art licensing, so that was for people that just do illustrations or design for greeting cards. There were some surface pattern designers that were doing that, but that was just for licensing, which I personally prefer. But for this time I decided to go for buyout only, so that was another part. And you didn't have to do, with the licensing, you had to do collections of patterns. So you had to have like a hero pattern and then some coordinates. And usually they're like 6, I think 6, 8 or 12 sort of collections that you do. And I don't really have, I have a few collections, but I don't really work to collections. I work as one-off patterns. So I thought it was better time-wise for me to go for the buyout only. And I think that would be handy because obviously if I did sell any, you get the money straight away. You don't have to wait for like the royalties to come in, so you get the money straight away, and then I can invest that back into my business, which will help with relaunching it next autumn. So yeah, I decided to go for that. So fingers crossed that all works out. But yeah, that is everything I need to catch up with you. So yes, I will see you hopefully in another vlog in autumn 2023.